Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much, dear devotees, for kindly being present here today. I'm very grateful to each and every one of you for kindly coming here this morning. It's our daily Srimad Bhagavatam talk, but I have been requested today um, to speak something from Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. So thank you, Sham Kishore Prabhu, for requesting to speak from Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. I Today and tomorrow I'll try to speak upon Vaidhi and Raganuga Bhakti. So before we begin, we should perform Mangalacharana, auspicious invocations, so that there are no obstacles. Very deep and esoteric subject matter. We begin with Mangalacharana. Most of us know these verses. You can kindly sing along with me. Om Jnana-Timirandhasya Jnananjana-Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya-Manodishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Soyam Rupa Tadamaya Tadadi Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yutapadakamalam Shri Guru Vaishnavamscha श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगण रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधाकृष्णपादान् सहगणललितं श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति वेदांत स्वामिनिधि नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देश तारिणे नमो महावदान्याय कृष्ण प्रेम प्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्ण चैतन्य नाम्ने गौरद्विषे नमः हे कृष्णा करुणा सिंधो दीनबंधो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधाकांत नमोस्तुते तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे राम राम हरे हरे श्रील प्रभुपाद की अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की गौर प्रेमानंद। मूकं करोति वाचालं पंगुं लंघयति यत्कृपां तमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुं दीनतां परमानन्दमाधवं श्रीपतिं। हरे कृष्ण। So the devotees, the path for attaining the highest goal of human life that we have selected is Bhakti Yoga. And this Bhakti Yoga, there are many definitions, but the best definition of Bhakti has been given by Srila Rupa Goswami Prabhupada in his Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. And many of us are aware of this best definition of Bhakti, Anya Bilashika Shunyam Jnana Karmadi Anavritam Anukulyena Pritanu Shilanam Bhakti Rupa. Rupa Goswami said, I will not define just Bhakti, I will define Uttama Bhakti, which Bhakti delivered is Uttama Bhakti. Because if I have to present something, I should present it in its purest form without any adulteration. So if I have to define gold, it should be 24 karat gold without any adulteration. And if I have to define bhakti, it has to be which bhakti really what is Uttama. So in the very beginning of Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, Sri Rupa Goswami defines the subject matter, bhakti, and Uttama bhakti. Now there is in Sanskrit literature, there is something known as Adhikar Sutra. Adhikar Sutra means once you define a very important subject, the domain of that subject begins and it will go for some extent. For example, if I write a rule book for traffic rules, and if I have to write the rules in sentences, so I will first write now traffic rules. Alright. So this is Adhikar Sutra. Now the traffic rules. So the Adhikar, the domain of this sentence is till the end of the book. I hope you are able to understand. Then I will write next. Now traffic rules for Parliament hills. This Adhikar is slightly lesser. Hmm? I hope you are able to understand. In the beginning of Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, Rupa Goswami says Uttama Bhakti. From there, the domain of Uttama Bhakti begins and it is going to stay till the end of the literature of Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. So why I am saying this is because the verses that we are going to discuss today are within the domain of which Bhakti we are going to discuss. Uttama Bhakti. So Sri Rupa Goswami says, when we are practicing bhakti, actually bhakti is of three main types. How many types everybody is? Three. So these three types, please repeat after me. First is sadhan bhakti, bhav bhakti, prema bhakti. These are the three types. So Jiva Goswami says, what is bhav bhakti? Hmm? Sadhan means practice. Prema means perfected. I hope you are able to understand. Sadhana means bhakti in what? Practice. Prema means bhakti which is perfected. Which may what is bhav bhakti? Just keep two divisions. No? Why keeping three divisions? Commentator is also first class. Really good. We are blessed with a first class commentator. The commentator was fanning the author when the author was composing Bhakti Rasamrita. So the commentator, Sri Jiva Goswami, used to perform the service of fanning Sri Rupa Goswami. When Sri Rupa Goswami was writing Bhakti Rasamrita, on the spot he will ask doubts. Rupa Goswami is writing, huh? Sa Bhakti, Sadhana, Bhava, Prema, Cheti, Trithodita. There are three types, Sadhana, Bhava and Prema. But then Jiva Goswami would immediately ask, why three? Why not two? So this is a good disciple because he will test everything given by the Guru, no blind acceptance. Then Rupa Goswami says, see, Bhava is technically neither full accomplishment and I can't also say that Bhava is the stage of practice. I hope you are able to understand. Huh? Bhava is neither the stage of complete attainment of the goal. Bhava is neither the stage of pure practice. So I had to make another division and call it which bhakti? Bhava bhakti. Although Bhav embraces both, like with one arm sadhan bhakti and one arm prema bhakti. So it is called Krodikrit Tattva. Krodikrit means embraces both with one arm. So Bhav Bhakti is embracing both of them. So Bhav Bhakti in one hand has which Bhakti? Sadhan. And in one hand has which Bhakti? Prem Bhakti. And it walks happily in between. But today our discussion is not about Bhav Bhakti. Because most of us are yet to attain that platform. Our discussion today is on the first type. which is which bhakti? Sadhana bhakti. So that sadhana bhakti, Sri Rupa Goswami defines in Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, because nothing will be remain undefined, everything will be defined very nicely. So Sri Rupa Goswami says, before I define sadhana bhakti, we should know that sadhana bhakti is of two types. How many types? Two types. Then we will define each type separately. So let's first define the two types. Here you can see it on the screen. I will be saying it. Please repeat after me. Vaidhi raga साध्विदा साधना विधा. So sadvidha, sa. First and foremost, understand that sa means bhakti is a lady. So bhakti cannot be called sa. Bhakti has to be called what? Sa. So it's strilingi. So sa means sadhana. So that sadhana bhakti. Sadhana is also lady. So that sadhana bhakti is dvitha. Is of how many types? Two types. Achha. What are the two types? So the two types should also have feminine names. First name is what, dear devotees? Vaidhi. And second name is what? Raganu. One thing you will observe about Sanskrit names of ladies, none of the Sanskrit names of ladies ends with a short a. Like Rama. Rama is the name of a masculine entity. But you will see any initiated name of Sanskrit initiated name of a lady, you will not find any name ending with a short you can think about it. All the Mataji's here, anybody's initiated name ends with short No, no. So in India nowadays they give some ladies also they give name like Kamal or something like that, huh? Or Kiran, huh? Which ends with short. But those are not traditional Sanskrit names for ladies. Traditional Sanskrit names end with A, E, U, like that. So Vaidhi, Raganuga, these are two. Uttama Bhakti. It's not Uttam Bhakti, it is which Bhakti? Uttama Bhakti. So this is very important to understand. Some small details. So dear devotees, Vaidhi, Raganuga, Cheti. So there are two types of sadhana bhakti. What are the two types of sadhana bhakti? Vaidhi sadhana bhakti and Raganuga sadhana bhakti. Now we will give the terms very precisely. Alright, what are the two types of sadhana bhakti? Vaidhi sadhana bhakti, Raganuga sadhana bhakti. So now we come to know that actually Raganuga is also which type of bhakti? Sadhana bhakti. Bhakti in practice. So one doubt is at least resolved that some people think Raganuga is bhakti in perfection. If Raganuga is bhakti in perfection, then Bhav bhakti and Prem bhakti will say, what are we doing here? Bhav bhakti will say, I was embraced, I was half here, half there. And Prema bhakti will say, I am the goal. And you are saying Raganuga bhakti is the goal. No, no, Raganuga bhakti is practice. And what is the goal? Prema bhakti. Now it is understood. Okay, huh? So Raganuga bhakti has to be practiced. Vaidhi bhakti has to be practiced. And the goal to be attained is prema. So many times some devotees think Raganuga bhakti we will see at the end of life. Right now to Vaidhi bhakti. Nahi. Raganuga and Vaidhi are both which bhakti? Sadhana bhakti. So inadvertently you are saying I will begin my practice at the end of life. So that is not what is recommended. What is recommended is practice right now and in this life attain perfection, which is Krishna praying every morning after Namaprad. What in the church is goal of life, and I don't know the English. What is that in the end? What do you say? Krishna praying. So that is the goal of life. अच्छा ठीक है. Tatra vaidhi. So first and foremost, we are going to define this bhakti. Vaidhi. Acha. Now please hear the very sweet definition of Vaidhi Bhakti by Sri Rupa Goswami Prabhupada in his direct words, so that we will come to know what exactly is Vaidhi Bhakti, and then we can analyze whether we fit into that criteria of Vaidhi Bhakti. Chalo, ठीक है. Please repeat after me. यत्र रागान वाप्तत्वात् प्रवृत्तिरुपजायते शासनेनैव शास्त्रस्य सा वैधी भक्तिरुच्यते. अच्छा, so sa vaidhi bhaktiruchyate. Now she is known as Vaidhi Bhakti. Sa vaidhi bhaktiruchyate. When? Yatra, in that circumstance where rag anavaptatvat. Avapta means to fully engulf, to fully encircle. But rag anavaptatvat, where in a devotee's life has not been fully overtaken by rag. What is rag, dear devotees? Attachment. Sri Jiva Goswami says in the commentary, Rago atra anuragas tadruchischa. Rag means anurag, deep-seated attachment for Bhagavan Shri Krishna. Krishna is mine. I hope you are able to understand. Not that Krishna, you are there, okay, I am here, okay. Huh? At the end of life, we will see what to do. So that is not rag. Rag means that feeling of immense attachment, like a lover has for beloved, like a mother has for child. I hope you are able to understand. Huh? That feeling is known as what? Rag. It requires one to have a heart for that rag. Heartless people cannot have rag. Somebody who has a heart for Sri Krishna, that person can have what? Rag. And his heart has become avapta, fully encircled, engulfed by rag. But yatra, where rag anavaptatvat, where rag is not engulfing the heart, but still pravrittir, there is inclination to perform bhakti, upajayate. Are but bhakti actually means love, but without attachment, still there is some tendency seen to perform bhakti. Then how is the tendency carried out? Shasane naiva, by discipline of shastrasya. By discipline of what? Shastra. Because Shastra says, wake up in the morning, Brahma Mudra. All right, I woke up. All right. Why? Because if I don't do, I'm breaking rules of Shastra. Breaking rules of Shastra means I am going to get a negative reaction. And I don't want that negative reaction. Therefore, every morning I wake up. This is called Shastra Shasan. What is it called? Shastra. Like in a military camp. Why do people wake up 3:30 in a military camp? Because Shasan. Government Shasan is there. So the military leader has Shasan. If you don't wake up at 3:30 in a military camp, what will happen? Ah. So this dear devotees is Shastra Shasan. So this person has no rag within his heart, no deep-seated attachment towards Krishna. But he has still pravritti is there. He's engaging. Now, why is he still engaging if he doesn't have actual rag? This question arises. Why is he still engaging? He has been shown some character. I hope you're able to understand. The implication is the person has been shown some character. You will go back home, back to Godhead, and then there will be no miseries. I hope you are able to understand. Why do people in a military camp wake up at 3:30? Because I don't want this life. I hope you're able to understand. I leave today. And then after military service, there are benefits from the government, retirement, work 10 years in the military, at least here in the US, 10 years in the army, then in the airplanes, first boarding in the airplanes, the people respect you everywhere, free tickets for concerts and everything like all those things are promised to them. So for that, that carrot is being shown, therefore, he accepts Shasan of Shastra. So here also, some carrot is hanging in front of you. You will go back home, back to Godhead. And after that, there is no misery. Okay? So who doesn't want a life free of misery? So right now, take misery. Right now, take misery. So later, there will be no misery. So Shasane naiva. So accept Shasan, Shastrasya. Sa vaidhi bhakti ruchyate. Now you have entered which bhakti, dear devotees? Vaidhi. But this seems very difficult. It's much easier than the other process, Ashtanga Yoga, Gyan. You see the Shastras of Ashtanga Yoga and Gyan. You will thank the Shastras of Bhakti. Thank you. So, dear devotees, now Sri Jiva Goswami was sitting there and asking the question that Sri Rupa Goswami, what if somebody has developed little bit of rag? You are saying not fully engulfed, but a little bit of genuine attachment, beginning to experience. So he says, raga praptatvam api chet tarhi amshenaiva vaidhitvam geham. Even if one has started attaining rag, still to the degree that one is yet to attain the you know, full experience of rag, still Vaidhi Bhakti is still always going to be there. And even after attaining Rag Bhakti, 99% of the rules of Vaidhi Bhakti are still going to be there. But this time, after attaining Raga Bhakti, he will not execute the rules because of Shasan, because Shastra says therefore. No, because it is time for Sri Krishna's pastimes of waking up. Therefore, I am going to wake up. I hope you are able to understand. Huh? Now, see the difference between the pravritti, the tendency of a Raganuga Bhakta and the tendency of a Vaidhi Bhakta. Vaidhi Bhakta doesn't know what Krishna is doing right now. So, पूछेंगे, what is Krishna doing right now? Prabhu, don't ask me these high level questions. Huh? I only know Krishna is supreme personality of God. उसके आगे हमको नहीं आता ऐसे. अरे but you should know whom you love. You should know in detail, na? Prabhu, that is very high. I will see that at the end of life. No, no. After I enter Krishna Lila, I will see. Are but the Acharyas wrote books saying what Krishna is doing at what point of time. At this point of time, our Sri Krishna is getting ready to go to his pasturing grounds. I hope you are able to understand. Huh? So Bhog will not be prepared for him. Huh? I hope we have to pack tiffin. Na? So Pahila, at this time when Bhagavatam class is being given, somebody is cooking in the kitchen. I hope you are able to understand. Huh? Cooking for whom? For the devotees or for Krishna? For Krishna. That is, dear devotees, those who are cooking in the kitchen because Krishna has to go for his pasturing grounds with the cows. So before that, some nice lunch box has to be packed, and Krishna also has to eat first. He will eat first, and he will also pack some lunch box. For that, he has to go. So for that, dear devotee, the devotee who is cooking, he is preparing the tiffin boxes for Sri Krishna. I hope you are able to understand. So here there is Shastra Shasan or here there is Rag. What is Rag? I hope you are able to understand. So that is called as Raganuga Bhakti. And when Rag is not there, now you are new devotee. And I have been told temple president told a book. So, all right. Why? Because according to Hari Bhakti Vilas, you should cook in this part of the day and offer to Krishna. So this is according to Rag or Shastra Shasan. Shastra. So that is called as well. I hope you are able to understand. So this is basic difference. Now we don't need to judge others. We can look in our heart and see. These definitions are not meant to be applied on an institutional level. When the literature was written, there were no institutions. I hope you're able to understand. The literature was written under a Kadamba tree where 4 or 5 devotees were there in Vrindavan. Today we think Rupa Goswami wrote because in the future there will be millions of devotees. That is okay. But when he wrote it, there were handful of sadhus in Vrindavan. Those who were followers of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, they needed a proper system. So for a proper system for self-analysis, this has been written. Oh, but Prabhu, if somebody misinterprets, then their loss. I hope you're able to understand. Whose loss? Their loss. So we have to carefully analyze whether we are on the platform of Vaidhi Bhakti, Raga Bhakti, or Amshatvena, partially Raga and remaining Vaidhi. I hope you're able to understand. That is for self-analysis and confirmation from the Guru. Previously, the Guru would be sitting next to the disciple. Disciple will say, I feel like this for Bhagwan. I feel like this for Bhagwan. The Guru would say, very good, you are progressing on the path. Still, you should continue to follow these rules. Alright, so this is how it was done previously. Very organic and natural process. So this, dear devotees, is Vaidhi Bhakti. Alright, so anybody wants to ask a question about Vaidhi Bhakti before we move ahead? Yes, bro. Now, Raganuga Bhakti, Bhava Bhakti are not similar. Otherwise, Rupa Goswami would have given similar names. Raganuga Bhakti begins at sadhana stage. I told you bhakti is of 3 types. What are the 3 types of bhakti? Sadhana, bhav, prema. And Raganuga Bhakti is a subcategory of which? Sadhana. So if Raganuga was bhav bhakti, Rupa Goswami would not have included Raganuga in the definition of sadhana. So that question is important. What is the difference in the bhav when this Vaidhi Bhakta will also attain bhav and Raganuga Bhakta will also attain bhav? What is the difference between the bhav or the mood, spontaneous mood that is attained by Vaidhi Bhakti and Raganuga Bhakti? The difference is if a person continues on the path of Vaidhi Bhakti, then the bhav that he or she will attain will be mixed with what? Aishwarya and Bhagavan is supreme, I have to worship Bhagavan. The maximum attainment through Vaidhi Bhakti is Dwaraka. What is the maximum attainment? Dwaraka. Nothing does begin with Raganuga Bhakti or does not switch in between to Raganuga Bhakti. The maximum attainment will be what? Dwaraka. Now I will not say without proof because there is proof. Okay, the summary is into 1, 2, 3, 303. Rupa Goswami will say ahead. So why is it not repeating? I am sharing the entire screen. So, I have HDMI. Pull it out from there. Anyway, so कुर्वन्यो विधि मार्गेण सेवते केवलेनैव सतदा महिषित्वं कियात् पुरे. To love Krishna, tushtu kurvan, very nice desire, but yah vidhi margena sevate, but his bhajan is according to which marg? Vidhi marg. Kevalenaiva, only through vidhi marg. Sa tada, that person is queen, pure, in which pura? Dwarka. Such a person becomes Mahishi, Patta Mahishi in Dwaraka. So Rupa Goswami is speaking about the highest, Madhu, according to which part? Vaidhi. I hope you are able to understand. Somebody wants to become lover of Krishna, desires to love Krishna, but bhakti is executed according to Tada, then the final attainment will be such a person will end up becoming what? Not Dwarkavasi. Mahishi become what? Queen in Dwarka. So automatically we have to understand others also. With Madhurya Ras, if you do Vaidhi, you will end up becoming a queen. With Vatsalya, Dasya, etc., if you try to do Vaidhi, then what will happen? So you will end up becoming somebody in Dwarka because your bhakti is towards Krishna. So either it will be Dwarka or Mathura. Vaidhi. But Prabhupada used to say, we'll go back to Godhead. Godhead begins from Vaikuntha. I hope you're able to understand. Godhead begins from where? Vaikuntha. Godhead, you go. No, Goswami here. The rules are written by, by thinking about everything. All angles have been taken care of. Exactly. Okay. So this is the bhav that is attained after practicing which bhakti? Vaidhi. है ना? Let's say somebody wants to become servant. Somebody wants to become friend. But friend, you cannot be in Vaidhi Bhakti. Your friendship has to always be mixed with awe and reverence. I hope you are able to understand. Huh? So he performs Vaidhi Bhakti mixed with awe and reverence and thinks of Krishna as a near and dear friend. But not, he cannot think of Krishna as a Vrindavan friend, where you can put your hand around his shoulder. So he also becomes a friend mixed with Dasya, their devotees. In which place? Varga, a ministerial like position. Like Uddhav is Sakha, but mixed with Das. It is called Sankularati. Sankularati means mixed rasa. Uddhav does not have Shuddharati, does not have pure Dasya, does not have pure Sakya. Sankularati, mixture of Dasya and Sakya. So this, what you become. Now somebody wants to become parent, huh? With the mood of parenthood, one practices. But still awe and reverence is there, Vaidhi Bhakti is there. Ends up becoming like a elderly parental figure in Dwarka. But just to know use four-handed in Kamsa's prison, he showed how many hands? Four hands. They were also like that, my goodness. How can we become your parents? You are so great. Thank you for accepting this. So that is the end result of which bhakti, dear devotees? And the end result of raga bhakti is attainment of Golokura. So I hope, Prabhu, that satisfies your query. This is the difference in the bhava stage and prema stage that is seen between Vaidhi and raga bhaktis. Okay. Any just want to? They are separate divisions. Huh? Vaidhi bhakti is a separate track. Rag bhakti is a separate track. When somebody starts walking on the track of Vaidhi bhakti, at the end he will attain bhava and prema, which will be mixed with Aishwarya. When somebody starts walking on the track of Raga Bhakti, at the end they will attain Bhava and Prema, which is Shuddha. Shuddha means which is Madhuri, Madhurta. Acha, there is a chance to switch in between if you get a proper Guru. I hope you are able to understand. There is a chance to switch in between if you get a proper Guru. Now, where do I? No, I should not say without Praman. So there is important. It is important to give a Praman of this. Bhaktivinoda Thakur in Kalyan Kalpataru. Third branch, fourth part, song 2. Please repeat after me. Vidhi marga ratta jane swadhinata ratna dane raga marge karaya pravesha Vidhi marga ratna jane, a person who is engaged in which marg? Vidhi marg. Swadhinata ratna dane, Bhagwan may give a fortunate person swadhinata, the mindset that now you have some degree of raga, some degree of independent feelings of love towards Krishna, feelings which are independent of Shastra. I hope you are able to understand. Raga marge karaya pravesh. And Bhagwan induces him on which path? Rag. Please read the translation, Shankishar Prabhu.
Krishna eventually bestows the jewel of independence unto those persons who are attached to the path of rules and regulations, thereby allowing them entrance into the path of spontaneous loving service.
But this is only for a fortunate person who comes in contact with a proper devotee. Somebody doesn't come in contact with a proper Ragamarg devotee, then they will remain on which mark? Vaidhi mark. And Rupa Goswami says then the rule applies to them at the end. The maximum attainment is what? Dwarka. Yes.
Not shared.
Acha, now it should. So it is possible, according to Sri Bhakti Vinod Thakur, to switch, but proper guidance should be there in between. Otherwise, Vaidhi till the end. And Vaidhi Bhakti cannot give Goloka Vrindavan. Cannot give. Categorically, I have to say, Vaidhi Bhakti cannot give what? Goloka Vrindavan. Why? Praman is very clear. Chaitanya Charitamrita Adi 3.15. Please see on the screen and repeat after me. Sakala Jagat More Kare Vidhi Bhakti Vidhi Bhakti Vraja Bhava Paite Nahi Shakti. Prabhuji Shamkishar Prabhu, please read the translation.
Everywhere in the world, people worship me according to scriptural injunctions, but simply by following such regulative principles, one cannot attain the loving sentiments of the devotees of Prabhu.
This is Shastra speaking through Nished Mukh. One cannot attain by Vaidhi Bhakti, Goloka Vrindavan. Then how can one attain Goloka Vrindavan? You said how can one not attain? But Shastra also has to speak through Vidhi Mukh. How to attain Goloka Vrindavan? So Chaitanya Charitamrita, Madhya Lila 8.221. Raganuga Marge Tare Vajay Jana Sei Jana Pae Braje Brajendra Nandana. Those who understand Hindi will understand most of it. Raga Nuga Marge Tare Bhaje, one who worships him, Shri Krishna, according to which marga? Raga Nuga Marga. Yai Jan, whosoever worships. Say Jan, that person, Pai, he attains. Braje in Vrindavan, he attains whom? Brajendra Nandan. That person attains the son of Nanda Maharaj in Shri Vrindavan. This is the translation to.
If one worships the Lord on the path of spontaneous love and goes to Vrindavan, he receives the shelter of Ravindra Nandan, the son of Nanda Maharaj.
So this is the short and sweet conclusion. It is not possible through Vaidhi Bhakti. And Rupa Goswami is also saying through Vaidhi Bhakti, maximum attainment is which? What is the maximum attainment? Varga. So that is what it is. It has to be told at some inconvenient truths have to be told at some point of time. So people are thinking we will all go back to Godhead. Yeah, back to Godhead we all will go. Huh? But where in back to Godhead? Because that is very important. So this is most important to understand that according to the mood that one has, the result is according to the mood. So this is also specified in Brahma Samhita. Yadrishi Shraddha Siddhir Bhavati Tadrishi. Brahma Samhita 5.61. Yadrishi Shraddha Siddhir Bhavati Tadrishi. हिंदी में जैसी जैसी श्रद्धा सिद्धि वैसी वैसी. समझ में? Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur's translation, is this is the translation. Prabhu, kindly read.
The realization will correspond to the nature of one's faith.
Bas, I did more literally in Hindi. Jaisi Jaisi Shraddha, Taisi Taisi Siddhi. Yes, Matin. Tadiyatva and Madiyatva are the terms used by Rupa Goswami for these feelings. Tadiyatva and Madiyatva. These feelings, after one develops prema, then Tadiyatva, Madiyatva, the final form of whether Tadiyatva is more or Madiyatva is more, Krishna is mine is more, or I am Krishna is more, that will be determined after prema develop, because what specific variety of prema one develops. Because how does one develop that prema? By following an existing perfected Vrajavasi. That is Raganuga Bhakti. When I'll explain Raganuga Bhakti, I'll explain that. It's not that I will first decide. Ki, do I want to have Krishna is mine more first, or do I want to have I am Krishna more first? First it comes that which eternally perfected Vrajavasi I want to follow. Nanda Yashoda, or Sri Radha, or Chitrak Patrak, or Sudama Sridama. According to their mood, our mood develops. I hope you are able to understand this. Huh? So that we are Anuga, we are followers of a specific Ragatmika Bhakti. So to that also I'll explain when we come to Raganuga Bhakti. But today I want to specifically speak about Vaidhi Bhakti. Vaidhi Bhakti and what is the destination to be achieved. So there are no doubts remaining in the minds of devotees that what is the definition and what is the meaning of Vaidhi Bhakti. Right? Yes, yes, Prabhuji. Bhakti is avoided, not achieved. Yeah, bhakti cannot be, it's not something you take from a superstore like I got bhakti. So there is a Shastriya reason, Atha Shri Krishna Namadi na bhavet grahyam indriyai. Hmm? Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya 7. Atha Shri Krishna Namadi na bhavet grahyam indriyai. सेवोन्मुखे हि जिह्वादौ स्वयमेव स्फुरत्यदः अतः Sri Krishna Nam Adi, therefore the names of Sri Krishna form etc. na bhavet grahyam. We can't grasp them using our senses. I chanted Krishna Nam, wrong. I looked at Krishna's form, wrong. No. Krishna's name descended on my tongue, right? Hmm? Krishna's form descended on my eyes, right? I hope you're able to understand. Huh? So I grasped Krishna. Na bhavet grahyam indriye. It is cannot be grasped by the material senses. Sevon mukhehi jihva adav. When the tongue etc. are inclined to service, swayameva spurati. Krishna's name etc. will themselves appear on the tongue etc. So that is how bhakti appears. Because people think mechanically I chanted 16 rounds. So I grasped Krishna 16 into 108 times today. Wrong. Because seva unmukha, were we inclined to seva or were we completing a target? There's a big difference. Some people complete a target. My guru told me I'm going to complete it, therefore. And some people chant with seva bhav, with sneha. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama. Prabhupada specified this once. Prabhu, can you read loudly? You read, Prabhu? Who can read loudly? Krishna business is creating. Please पढ़िए पढ़िए. Anybody read loudly? Krishna's business greatly Purvakam with love, not as hackneyed. Hackneyed. Here is a beauty, chanting of Hare Krishna, all right. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Chants very quickly and indistinctly. Not like that, with preeti, with love. Chant every name Hare Krishna and here. Here is Krishna, here is Radharani. That kind of chanting, quality, not Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare. Not like that, not like that. I'll read in a more animated way. How Prabhupada was saying. Right? Krishna's business is Preeti Purvakam, with love, not hackneyed, not mechanical. Here is duty. Chanting of Hare Krishna. All right, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Not like that. With Preeti, with love, chant every name. Hare Krishna. And here, here is Krishna, here is Radharani. That kind of chanting, quality, not Krishna, not like that, not like that. Vicky, so these dear devotees. So,
So at what point will the Vaidhi Bhakti transition to Bhava Bhakti? Like till
Ah.
how long we have to jump the rail?
how soon we have before we can cross over? Huh?
And we don't find
See, as long as the anarthas are there, before anartha nivritti, because after anartha nivritti comes nishtha. One becomes fixed on the type of bhakti that one had begun. Once nishtha is there, it is difficult to undo nishtha. I hope you are able to understand. So as long as some people say, Prabhu, I'm still struggling with anarthas. In my mind, I think it's still good. You have time to switch. Time to switch. But after nishtha develops, then comes ruchi, then comes asakti, then comes ruchi, and then bhava. So all those stages when they start coming, it is difficult to undo that. And then that ruchi, etc., that you develop will be of that type. So therefore, it is very important. Shri Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur has one important thing to say here. He asks, why will a person attain Dwarka when he was worshipping Radha Krishna? है ना? देखो आचार्य भी कैसे है ना, he knows what perfect question to ask. अभी तक many might not have asked this question. He was performing Vaidhi Bhakti, but he was worshipping which deity? है कि नहीं? So why will he attain Dwarka? Rukmini Krishna. हाँ. Or why? So Sri Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur gives the answer in his commentary. The verse which I cited, Viram Sam Sushtu Kurvanyo Vidhi Margena Sevate. The commentary he says here, see, Yesham tu Vrindavani Radha Krishna or Madhurya Aswadani Abhilasha. Those who want to have Madhurya Ras in Vrindavan, where the devotees? Vrindavan. Athacha Nyasa Mudradi Vaidhi Marganusarana Bhajan. But their bhajan is according to which path? Vaidhi. Tesham Dwarkayam na Rukmini Kantasya Prapti. They will not go to Dwarka. Good news. We are not going where? Dwarka. If we practice Vaidhi Bhakti. Acha. Now Vrindavan Shri Radha Krishna Prapti. Neither are they going to Vrindavan. Arre? So where are we going? Why can't they go to Vrindavan? Because Raga Margena Bhajan Abhavat. They don't have bhajan according to which path? Raga. Acha. Tasmat. Therefore, Tesham Vidhi Margena Bhajana Karyasya. The result of their Vaidhi Bhajan, Aishwarya Dhyanasya Pradhanam Yatra Yatha Bhutasya Vrindavanasya Amshe Goloke Radha Krishna Prapti. There is a section in Goloka which has Radha Krishna in Aishwarya mood Bhakti, where the four Vedas are worshipping Radha Krishna, they are dressed like royal kings and queens. I hope you are able to understand. How do you see the deities on the altar? Dressed in flower garlands, forest ornaments, or dressed like a king or queen? So there is a section in Goloka Vrindavan for that. Alright, so Mataji has, I'll come back to you. Prabhuji, you also had something to ask? So yes, Mataji. Prabhu, you have to tell me when to stop. तो चलता ही रहेगा. Yes. हाँ.
Practicing it and being in spiritual life. Our Vaidhi Bhakti is always surrender for us and Guru is our strength. Right? So I try to comprehend. For me, this is overwhelming. Right? It's like making a surrender to get shelter of my Guru by him, try to take home this wherever I feel him. Is that the right understanding or what can I say?
This sort of understanding, and I'm sorry because sometimes devotees ask me, so I have to speak like a Brahmana sometimes. This sort of understanding is an indication of laziness on many devotees' parts. My Guru will drag me. Well, Guru ने शिष्य लिया तो गुरु के सर पे बोझ हो गया, समझ में है? My Guru will drag me. So Guru is giving instructions, so many instructions directly related to Krishna worship. Disciple comes every morning and performs Tulsi Aarti and says, Seva Adhikar Diye Karo Nija. And then after giving this prayer in the morning to Tulsi Devi, when the Guru says, Chalo, I will give you instructions on how to directly fall in love with Krishna. No, 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 Guru Maharaj, you drag me. I will only surrender to you. Arey Baba, surrender to me means what? I am telling you now. Chalo. Huh? This is how you get attached to Sri Radha Krishna. No, no, Guru Maharaj, that is very high. You deal with that. No, no, no. So, according to the adhikar that the Gurus give us, that we have to the Guru gives us adhikar, and our Srila Prabhupada has institutionally given adhikar that every morning everybody comes and sings Seva Adhikar Diye Karo Nija Dasi. Prabhu, you are Das or Dasi? Why are you saying Dasi every morning? अच्छा समझ में So when the Guru is giving that adhikar, the disciple should happily receive the adhikar. What are the 6 limbs of surrender, Mataji? You said we should surrender. What are the 6 limbs of surrender? Because of surrender also it's important to understand what is the definition of surrender. So surrender is 6 limbs. Anukulyasya sankalpa pratikulya varjanam रक्षिष्यति इति विश्वासो गोप्तृत्वे वरणं तथा आत्मनिक्षेप कार्पण्ये षड्विधा शरणागति आनुकूल्यस्य संकल्प. Guru is telling what is favorable for your bhakti. Accept it or reject it. Accept it. Pratikulyasya, what is not favorable. Laziness is not favorable. Varjanam, what should one do? Reject it. But I may fall down. This path is difficult. Rakshishyati iti vishwaso. Bhagwan will protect me on this path. Guru will protect on this path. No problem. Goptrutve varanam tatha. Bhagwan will maintain me. Atma nikshepa. Full surrender. Karpanya. And with humility. This is 6 limbs of Sharanagati. So Mataji, that is, it may sound overwhelming, but sometimes love of Guru should result in love of Krishna in this very life.
So part of that love of the definition is there, though. My question is that how do we understand? Is there a conscious effort or a day-to-day, like conscious effort is there, but is there an introspection that you do, hey, I'm doing this vaidhi bhakti also, am I, that careful, how do we do that difference?
The self-introspection is never, it is good. Main thing is Guru's instructions are to be followed. If Guru says, this is what you have to, every morning you come, you perform this particular sadhana. While performing sadhana, you need to have this mood. The Guru doesn't only give activities of the senses. The Guru also sets the mood of the disciple. With this mood, you are supposed to perform sadhana. And when the Guru says, with this mood, you are supposed to perform sadhana, and then the disciple performs sadhana with that mood. Like I was quoting Prabhupada, and Prabhupada is saying, not Hagnate. Here is deity, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. That, this will never lead anywhere. Bahu janma kari yadi Shravan Kirtan. Many lives of like this will not get us anywhere. So, even in Vaidhi Bhakti, the disciple has a conception. Radha, Krishna are so great. I am given the chance to worship them. It is some feeling of connection is there, right? Radha, Krishna are so great. Shastra says we should worship them. They are, they are great. I am lowly, but still Guru has given the opportunity to worship Radha and Krishna. So I am going to dress Krishna's lotus feet. First I am putting his, the anklet around his lotus feet. So he's developing Vaidhi Bhakti. So that mood is important. If you see in the DT worship manual also, that proper mood setting is done in the DT worship manual. It's called Bhoot Shuddhi. Bhoot Shuddhi is the first step for entering into the room. Prabhuji knows head pujari. So Bhoot Shuddhi. So Mataji, without that, just simply say Guru will open the back door, Guru will take me. It indicates laziness on our part. That we are not willing to accept what is favorable. And I know it is heavy, but that is what Guru is. What is the meaning of Guru? heavy. That is the meaning of Guru. Yes, Prabhu. Acha, I'll first, he's waiting for a long
Yes.
time. Yes, Prabhu. Acha. You need some time to frame it?
Right. So, to see the initial instruction that we get, not initial, the main instruction is, give your rounds in the morning, sadhana, service, no machine.
Right.
So, but that is also based on instructions.
Right?
Like we follow, because it needs to be followed
Right.
to begin with. Because no one comes here, I mean, I did not come here with a full heart to surrender. It's not like this. Well, it's, so we are following the instruction to love Krishna is also instruction. And the instruction to develop love for Krishna is also instruction. So that is also based on basically Shastra.
100%.
So, like, do we have ever hoped to come to the Raga platform? Like, would we possible to say, like, someone really possible? To get to the, I mean, we do make spontaneous, right? When between either university meetings or cooking or doing some service.
Yeah.
So
So
those glimpses are there, but
I'll give you an example, very simple. If you go, there's a University of Michigan, and it has an arts department. You can enroll in art school. When you enroll in art school, you go to the first lesson of arts, fine arts. They'll just tell you, if you want to draw a straight line, use this brush. If you want to draw this line, use this brush. If you want to draw like this curved line, use this brush. They'll give you, this is vidhi. What are they telling you? Vidhi. Using that, you can become an artist, no doubt about it. But an artist is also somebody who not simply knows how to, use brushes. An artist is somebody who knows how to paint using his heart. The aim of going to art school was not simply to learn in the beginning how to make shapes using the brushes. The aim of going to the art school was ultimately that you develop a heart of your own, and that's how you paint. And all those instructions to how to use a straight brush, how to use a curved brush, they're helpful in that ultimate, attainment, which is spontaneity, rag. When you have rag, then you will paint. And then you will paint, sometimes you may not follow specific rules, you know. But because your spontaneity is there, you will know when to follow which rule, when to not follow which rule. 99% rules you will follow. 1% you will know where you have the freedom to not follow specific rules. But that requires a heart full of rag, a heart full of spontaneity, a connoisseur of the art. I hope that is the term, exact term. A connoisseur of art is one who can do that. Similarly, a connoisseur of bhakti is somebody who can execute bhakti according to the rag platform, and he knows how to use a vidhi in what way. He may sometimes occasionally flout a vidhi. I'll give you an example. Somebody just got Brahmin initiated, and then they're sitting in the temple. A good class is going on. They're describing pastimes of Sri Krishna, and suddenly he notices, 12 o'clock is there. He gets up from the class, goes out and performs Gayatri and comes back. Why he's performing which bhakti? Vaidhi bhakti. So he left the Krishna Katha, which was so attractive. The Sri Bhakti Vinod Thakur gives this example. After he attains the platform of Rag, he comes and he's sitting in the class, and a very nice description is going on. His mind is fully absorbed. 12 o'clock, what to do? Sit in the class or go for doing Gayatri? So he sits in the class. Time for Gayatri passed away. He later did it. But he broke a rule. Nah, he didn't break a rule. Why? स्मर्तव्य सततं विष्णुर्विस्मर्तव्यो न चातुचित् सर्वे विधि निषेधास्युरेतयोरेव किङ्करा. Please read the translation to me.
Lord Vishnu, Krishna is the origin of Vishnu, should always be remembered and never forgotten at any time. All the rules and prohibitions mentioned in the Shastra should be the servants of these two principles.
That is raga. So he knows what was the main aim of my bhakti. But the other person is afraid, oh no, 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 how did he not chant? So as soon as that is, you know there is vaidhi. And as soon as that fear is not there, you know the main aim is always remember Krishna favorably, never forget Krishna. Then, Hare, but time passed. Rakshishyati iti. Bhagwan will protect. Don't worry. Who will protect? Bhagwan will protect. But I don't have that confidence Bhagwan will protect. Then you are Vaidhi Bhakta. And chant at 12 o'clock. Chant your Gayatri exactly at 12 o'clock. Alright, so that difference of attitude is what distinguishes a Vaidhi Bhakta from a Raganuga Bhakta. Okay? Alright. Prabhu, you wanted to ask something?
Prabhuji, thank you for this wonderful presentation, Prabhu, giving so much of enlightenment here. I was just thinking about one of the pastime in the Dona Maharaj school, one of the class scholars, the sapphire target of Sanatan Goswami. He mentioned the example about Cupid when he tries to kind of, with his arrows, try to attack Krishna, and then he is bewildered and fall. This is where the question is fraction of second number. So he didn't mention it. For a given period, for a little time, he gave goopy bhav. And he mesmerizes with that what the bhav is. And then Krishna takes it up, saying that this was the only thing, this thing. And then, but fortunately, Krishna gives them an opportunity to come as Pradyumna in his pastime. Now I was just thinking about when you mentioned about the raga of the bhakti, again, sadhana bhakti and sadhana bhakti, they are two parallel tracks. By the mercy of Guru, one may transition from this state to this state. So if I think about this example, I can't apply this principle here. Maybe I'm missing something here.
No. The example that you have, these are entities belonging to Krishna Lila. And these are not sadhak bhaktas. So we should not confuse examples for sadhak bhaktas with examples which are directly from Siddha Avastha. That is what it is. So these two should always be kept separate. Why did this happen in Krishna Lila, but why differently for us? Because ours is sadhak avastha. In Siddha Avastha, in Golok Vrindavan, do they follow Ekadasi? In Siddha Avastha, in Golok Vrindavan, do they every day chant 16 rounds? See, some people are afraid to even say yes or no. See, that's the level of fear. That's the level of fear. Arey, say yes or no. In Golok Vrindavan, does everybody chant 16 rounds on beats?
No.
Huh?
They chant 24
On beats? No. Do they chant 16 rounds of japa? No. Do they follow Ekadashi always? Arey, say yes. Krishna should send them away from Golok Vrindavan. They have developed the ultimate goal. They have perfected it. The rules and regulations were crutches to help a lame man walk. I hope you're able to understand. When the person learns to run, then he knows which rules to keep with himself and which rules not to keep with himself. He doesn't need to, he will know automatically which rules to keep and which not to keep. So these examples from Siddha and Sadhana Dasha should not be confused with each other. Okay? All right. You tell me when to stop. Okay? Prabhuji. And if anybody has to go for some seva, please feel free to go. It's 9:30 almost. So
So, we will following very well. Plans we have an army and now, but if somebody observes,
somebody
somebody sees
observes us.
transgressing the rules and regulations, does it in any way impact the whole system?
See, the thing is, I told you in the beginning only, I said the book was